What's going on, world? It's your boy, Innuendo Amazing. That's innuendo. If you ain't with it, then we in your window. But if you with it, in the innuendo. I got some ranked gameplay for y'all. Listen, the ranked streets are all messed up. It's nothing but people exploiting the game. You can't get fair fights. People just hitting and running and you chasing them. It's really messed up right now. But we still trying to make it work, trying to get you this content. Now, if you're new, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and if you already been here, just drop a like because it does a lot for my channel. We got a great fight. Get active in the comments. Let me know what y'all looking forward to out of this game. Let me know if you think the game is done, if it's finished, if we waiting on Undisputed 2. Watch to the very end. Innuendo, we out.
What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Couldn't land that jab. A perfect counter lands. It's bombs away. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite-level middleweights. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Output. Thought there would be some more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. About Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fight. And there's the bell for round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That left hook missed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute.
On to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a counter shot. And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. Punch, counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Blocks that left hook. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You don't want to trade shots. The courage on display here is incredible. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That punch landed. Nice counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Always got to keep the head moving. That counter shot lands. Hook misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on.
Time for the 5th round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You'd like to see more jabs. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he scored. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. About Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell sometime.
On to the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Nice right jab. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. Beautiful counter punch. Good counter punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Missed with that right uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without...
Here comes round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because If you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he pulls you down.
Big right uppercut scores. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That one will count. Perfect counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This is a high-octane battle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears. There's the bell to start round 8. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You'd like to see more jabs. Both men step back for just a moment. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! And this fight is over! I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down. So time to go celebrate that.